Hey everyone, this is the 4-fan version of the Inno3d iChill GTX 1070 because I don't see any reviews out there, so I just thought I'll make one. So I got this card a little over a month ago. Haven't played much games, so not really much benchmarks. So going down the line, I'll be making more videos of how it performs on gaming, at various games. So this is the iChill card with 4 fans. So this is the nice big back plate that has nice holes on it so that the hot air can go out. So it's really nice of them to keep it that way. It looks and feels really solid, sturdy. It's a really nice to touch too. So this particular card has 4 fans. The 4 fans, 3 on the bottom and 1 on the side. So they're really big and they only turn on when required. So it's active when required, otherwise it's passive cooling. Really thoughtful. And this is you have about 2 display ports, one HDMI and one DVI dual link. So I tried the DVI dual link and the HDMI at the same time, so I was able to connect 2 different monitors. It worked really well. And this is a massive card taking 2.5 slots. What normal card takes is about 2 slots. This is 2.5, and pushing this into my NZXT H440, I mean, that was quite tough. I had to remove all the drive bays. I had to move them up and down, make some space, and then push this card into the space so that it goes into the case first, and then clip it onto the motherboard, and then use 2 screws to tighten it. It's quite a massive card. I mean, the actual card itself is pretty small, but the heatsink is really big. It extends beyond the card, and all of this is supported by just 8-pin power supply. I don't know how it's going to go up because I have seen other manufacturers using more than 8 pins. I think when they release a product, they would test it. I'm pretty sure it's sufficient considering the fact that these graphic cards are consuming way lower power than the other graphic cards. So the power consumption should be fine. I mean, I haven't actually seen any reduction compared to my GTX 970, but here's the boot up of the card, and the moment the card boots up, the system boots up, the card runs all the fans and they just stop after spinning for some time. They just stop and then it goes into passive cooling mode. So there you go, they just stopped. The small one keeps running sometimes it just stops. So yeah, I don't know. There's really nothing much to talk about that particular fan. So this particular LED iChill, it keeps varying depending on temperature. It's blue, green or red. Blue when it's really cool, green when the temperature goes up, and red is about when it's like full gear gaming, completely heavy loaded. I did a couple of stress tests, so it did really well, and it was really good. I didn't play much games on this because there aren't really much games launched right now. I did play Hitman, and it was really good, smooth frames, and I did play Call of Duty. I didn't like the game though, but yes, it was really smooth. I was playing, I even played Assassin's Creed, so where Evie and Jacob Fry are the main characters. It even supported that at 144 Hz at 1080p. I should say that it was really good. I would say really smooth, worthwhile upgrade for my GTX 670. So this particular card, going forward I'll be making more video reviews, I mean games on how they perform, because I would prefer it to be a real real time, rather than making giving you benchmarks, because benchmarks you find them everywhere. So I don't really think that benchmarks really give out a good real world performance indication, unless you're bit mining or something like that. So for 8 GB, yep, it's really good. It's a really good card. So considering the fact that it's really heavy, yeah, I had to use 2 screws. Normally I would use 1, but for this particular card I had to use 2 screws at the corner, at the end, to hook it up. And it's really nice and quiet card, doesn't make sound at all. It's really nice, and it doesn't really consume much power also, because power is always under check. And then it weighs quite a lot actually. I just I have a okay, it weighs about over a kilogram, and it's quite massive. That's pretty heavy for a graphic card, I would say. Really heavy. Drop it on someone's head and yeah, he can sue you, trust me. Here's the bonus. I dropped it when I was doing the weight test, so I was trying to weight it, so I dropped it. So you see the little bends over there. It did not actually bend the whole card. I mean, the card surprisingly survived, and it did run, I did run a stress test for quite some time. It worked really well, but the shroud, I mean, that's gone in a little bit, maybe a couple of millimeters. Yay. Smaller card, but that doesn't really help. I ended up really damaging it a bit because of the drop. Obviously it fell in about 3 feet in height on the hard floor, and well, it really did some damage, but yeah, it survived. Thank you for watching.